All Farm Therapy guests will receive a complimentary stay in one of the spectacular cabins at June Farms in Hudson Valley, New York. To book your own stay at June Farms, please visit junefarms.com.
Matt says hello.
Gina, you sound very smart.
Right.
You sound very smart.
This is my right-hand guy, Gina Verney, right now.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Hi.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I have some people that seem as smart as you, and it makes me feel good.
Great.
Oh, thank God.
Great. But yeah, you're on the podcast, Gina. Anyway, tell Sam, let's get a backup machine in there ASAP. And if I have to go pick one up, I'll do it myself.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you. See you in a bit. Okay, bye.
Okay, see you in a bit. Bye.
There
The
we go.
thing that is like to me, it's not the problem. Jesus Christ, it's a fucking grinder. I gotta turn my, hold on a second. It's the solution to the problem. That's like working with people that don't know how to get to the solution like immediately.
Yeah.
That is so embarrassing. I gotta turn that off. That to me is the most frustrating thing working with people, is them not knowing, like, I hear the problem, you've told me 3 times already. What are you doing about the solution of it?
Well, I just want the problem solved in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and people like, well, I don't, you know, I have started to bother you with this. You know, another thing that happens, do people bother you with inconsequential things constantly? And then the two things
They do a couple times.
Oh,
Hey. Jesus.
Should we feed the goats the pizza?
Let's no. We should do this as soon as we do this. It's going to be mayhem.
Okay, so let's not do that.
So we're gonna wait for a little bit before we get too deep into this.
Yeah.
This is my friend Vic Christopher. I have like cards that start everything. We've known each other for how long? It feels like
I'm gonna say
10
20 years.
Has it been 20? Wait, when did you move
Yeah.
here?
2004.
Oh God, I guess it has been that long. Oh shit. Longtime friend, mega restaurateur and developer. Do you use that word?
No, but I'm
You should.
aspiring to be a. I really
But
would
what do
like.
you mean? You
I'd
are
like to
for sure.
graduate to that though.
But I
Nobody
mean,
takes
you've
me seriously.
developed.
Here's the thing. Nobody takes me seriously. I'm like the black sheep out of whatever
That's-
I'm doing.
Well, what does
You know?
that say?
Uh,
He reinvented Troy, and I said, "Do you feel like you get the credit that you deserve?"
I get backlash that I don't deserve, certainly.
Well, let's start with the credit.
Yeah.
I feel like you deserve, if there's ever a conversation about Troy being cool, your name should come up first and foremost, and that is the truth.
I'll
Not
tell
to
you,
say that there
I
haven't been a bunch
appreciate
of
you
other,
saying that.
not that there haven't been a bunch of other people that have put in their hard work to make Troy what it is, but you came in and lit a fire in that city and opened up businesses that were bigger city feeling type of establishments that made cool people move to Troy.
I appreciate that. I feel incredibly lucky to have had the timing that I did. I really do.
Why do you say timing?
Because all these things, it's because life is timing, right? Relationships are timing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you think about relationships. You know, you're single for a small portion of your life, and then you're with people for these relationships, right?
Well, speak for yourself.
You know, well, you know, most people, man.
Yeah.
Most people.
Most
most
healthy people.
Most people. But and it's the same thing in business. Like, you know, when you're looking for an opportunity, and then you run something for a long time, or you have a job for a long time, it's those spaces in between. It's all about the timing. What was available when you were looking to do something?
Right.
What was available when you wanted to leave your job and start a business?
Right.
What were the opportunities at that moment?
Yeah.
And those are little windows, brief moments of time that dictate what happens in the future. You know, for me, I got lucky with the real estate, the way it worked out.
Originally?
Yes, because my first business, which ended up being the Lucas Confectionery, ended up in a building that had opportunity
oh my God,
right
that
around
building,
it.
It was like,
But
I've never played Minecraft, but it seems like whatever Minecraft is, it's like you took this one space and it was just adding on all these like
lucky.
incredible additions.
I got lucky, but I didn't realize that the opportunity was within the block. And 2 other buildings, 2 other deals fell through. That if they would have happened, it probably would have been a wine bar and that would have been it. But I didn't, you know, because those deals fell apart and I was upset that both of them fell apart. That building that the confectionery ended up being was my 3rd choice. And I was disappointed. I took it begrudgingly and it ended up being the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
I remember when you were showing me that space, I was like, this feels like the Wild West where Troy is just letting everybody do whatever they want there. Albany was never that kind of like supportive in a buildings and codes.
Well, they
way.
had no choice.
Yeah, well, why do you say that?
Because they had no choice.
Well, they could have said, you can't do it.
No, they had agreed to leave me alone because I got involved in Troy politics.
Okay.
I was the economic development coordinator.
Oh God, I almost need to go through your timeline.
We can do that.
Yeah, well, let's do that quickly because I have that. So wait, you were
I was at the beginning.
No, gee, this is what happens when I like get off my cards. It's like,
Stick with the cards.
let's just do the cards, right?
Okay.
Where'd you go to elementary school?
I went to elementary school in Good Shepherd, which was a Catholic school in Brooklyn.
Were you like a good Catholic kid, or like
No,
were you raised Catholic, like
No,
baptism, confirmation?
I was never religious. I
Yeah.
can't sit still.
Yeah,
I can't
same.
sit still in church.
Church was
I can't
hell
sit
for
still anywhere. I can't sit still in a conference.
Yeah, same.
I can't sit still in a meeting. I have about a 40-minute timeout. I could sit here with you.
Yeah, right.
I love you and my friend.
Yeah,
We could
yeah,
talk forever, but I can't sit still and listen to other people talk.
I totally agree. Were you entrepreneurial as a kid?
No, as a kid, I didn't really have many friends because I moved from Kensington to Marine Park when I was around 10. So it was like
that's
the
a tough
second
time.
grade. It was
Yeah.
a bad time.
Then you're like a new.
So I was an
that's
outsider.
a weird age to like be the new kid in school.
I just really was more hang out with adults
Yeah.
and my family.
I always think though, some kids that like move at that time, they have to acclimate, and it almost makes them more social adults because they've learned so young how to meet new people. Like at such an age, like you have to figure it out at that age, at 10 or 11. I mean,
wasn't
you're so social.
First job, my parents are entrepreneurs. They have a clothing company.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, they have.
What is it?
No, didn't you meet my father?
I don't remember talking about the. Oh, maybe it was when
Yeah.
I had that
Yeah, I think
failing
so,
clothing
yeah.
line. We talked
Because
about
my
it.
father
Right.
always asks for you all
Yes,
the time.
that's right.
He loves you.
Oh, thanks.
But they had a great back to school season. Right now, probably the best year yet.
They're still doing it. I
Yeah,
should
they've
have
been in
them on
business
here.
forever.
That's
They've been in business
great.
forever.
What's it called?
It's called LGX. It's urban, like streetwear. It's like hoodies and backpacks.
And they've been doing that their whole lives?
It evolved. It was like
Yeah.
different types of
That's
clothing for
great.
different people. But
So you come from an entrepreneurial spirit.
there was a flea market in Brooklyn, in Bensonhurst, called Caesar's Bay Bazaar. And on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I would be with them, and I would like sleep under the counter. And then it was a flea market in what would be maybe the square block plot of like a Target or something.
Yeah.
But they were 10 by 10 booths that had anything you could ever want. It was a great shopping experience.
Gotcha. Are your parents surprised at what you are doing now, or that's like, of course he's doing all this stuff?
Yeah, they kind of got over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Were they nervous like in the beginning? My mom was like, "What, Matthew? She always was a little worried that like it was too much for me to handle, and now she's like, I don't even care. Do
I
what
was
you want."
born to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know it. So
Yeah.
I failed at working for people.
Yeah. So did you go to college?
I went to Kingsborough Community College. They call it a 13th grade in Brooklyn.
Okay, gotcha. And then when did you come up here to work for the baseball?
So I got a job when I was in college for the New York City Board of Education as a school cleaner. So I was a janitor for 6.5 years in Sheepshead Bay. Yeah, I was a janitor.
That
And
seems
I'll
like
never
a
forget my
way
mother.
longer time than I would have expected
My
you to say
mom
that.
told me, and I hated the job, and I was depressed. I couldn't stand going to work.
Of course.
Clean the same 8 staircases, clean the same,
Yeah,
20
yeah.
classrooms every day.
Why did you do it?
It was good money.
Oh,
So when
that's
you're
what
18, 19 years
that's how
old,
they get you.
they get you like that. And I was making very good money. And I remember my mom telling me, "You're going to develop skills at this." And I was pissed off at her for saying that, but she's right. I clean the Airbnbs now. I can fix anything.
Oh, I see.
I learned how to fix stuff.
Oh, that's good.
But I hated my
It
job.
made you like handy.
Yeah, I was a handyman actually.
Interesting. The
technically.
universe is like, you have to learn this.
But when the Mets said that they were going to put a baseball team in Coney Island and they were going to hire local people, at that point I had been into digital video filmmaking, which it was like 1999, 2000. It just became available to consumers, like Adobe Premiere. I had the first version of that. So I was like editing movies and making like funny movies and stuff. And me and some high school friends made a couple of feature films. We entered them in a few film festivals. And when the Mets put the team in Brooklyn, I was still a janitor. I said, "Hey, I'm a local guy. I'm working here in Coney Island. And here's my movies. This is my resume." So they gave me a job. The Brooklyn Cyclones hired me as their associate video producer.
That is really cool.
And that's what brought me up here to baseball.
Gotcha. And then you worked for the Valley Cats.
Yes.
How long?
About 7 years.
Okay. Did you like that?
Again, maybe I'm not meant to work for people.
Yeah, I know. That's
I was doing
yeah.
wild stuff over there, and it was wildly popular with people, and everybody loved it except for ownership, who I clashed with a lot.
Right.
I should have realized at that point that I needed to be on my own, and I didn't realize that growing up in an entrepreneurship family, I was wired that way, and I hate authority. I like to just do whatever I feel is right and needs to be done. I'm like
too.
you like
I
that.
I don't.
So I failed
Although-
at working for people.
I know, but I had said before in an earlier podcast that I haven't really worked for somebody except for General Electric for like a year, basically. I want to get a job at some point that I am working for someone just to feel the validation from somebody that I'm a good worker. Like,
well,
who
you're
tells
probably not.
No, I probably won't, of
You're
course.
probably-
But like, who tells you that you're doing a good job?
Here's what I'm going to tell you about yourself, because I'm the same way. You are unemployable. I know, because I am. I can't work for anybody. And then after I left the baseball team, I was done. I was like, I can't work for anybody, But the mayor of
That's
Troy
probably
called me up
such-
at the time, Harry Tatunjan, and he says, I got a job for you. It'd be perfect. I hear you're leaving the Valley Cats. Come join the city of Troy as the economic development coordinator. I said, well, what does that job entail? And he said, well, instead of promoting the baseball team, you're promoting the city of Troy. So I took that job, and I loved it. And him and I did great work together. And I was so effective that when he was term limited out, even though I was civil service, the next administration saw me as a threat. And so they tried to run me out of the city, basically.
Yeah.
And the reason why I got that certificate of occupancy so easily is because I traded that verbally for my resignation.
Oh, gotcha. Wow, interesting. So at one point, were you ever thinking about running for mayor of Troy?
I thought about
then
it
you
in
had to have thought it
2009. I
1,000.
interviewed for it.
Who did you do that with?
It was the Troy Republican Committee at the time.
Why do you have to interview for? Oh, just to
It's
get
a
their
process,
support.
yeah.
Oh, there's
And
a
then
process?
and Carmela boxed me out, who's the current mayor of Troy, New York.
Okay. Are you buddies with her?
So ever since then, we kind of had a bit of a cold relationship towards one another, but very recently have come together on a couple of community issues, and I'm in her corner.
I don't know her terribly well. She's always
I'm in her
very friendly to
corner.
me. Yeah.
I'm not a Democrat or Republican.
Yeah.
If she aggravates me enough, I will run as a Democrat against her, but hopefully that doesn't have to happen.
I feel like you would. I mean, do you feel like you would easily win? Like,
Nothing's easy in Troy politics.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know much about it.
It's a
but-
blood sport.
Is
Nothing's easy, yeah. It's like MMA.
It? Oh wow.
It's like that, yeah.
You were very close with your grandmother.
Mm.
Beautiful woman.
Great woman.
Did she affect you in a way, like professionally growing up, like specifically her?
Specifically her, because she was the queen of hospitality, and growing up, every day was a huge meal.
Yeah,
Would be-
smorgasbord, right?
and the door was open to anybody, and
I
there'd
know.
be all sorts of
That's what my
characters
grandmother
hanging out.
was. We're lucky to
That's-
have had really wonderful grandmothers in our lives.
But it's the reason why we are in hospitality. It's the reason
Yeah,
why
I
we
bet you're right.
gravitated to that. That is the reason for me.
I know.
Grandma Shortino.
I know, yeah. That was one of the saddest things, like starting that restaurant Shortino's and it just failing miserably was really, it was a heartbreaker. That was probably the one business I went into most confidently that taught me the biggest lesson that like your ego can't get in the way of like what you want to do. Like you
No.
never know what's going to happen.
No, and you know what? You learn by losing, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm sure that the reason why this place is so fantastic, that process has a lot to do with it.
I just wish it wasn't like with their last name that I had to learn that lesson, but maybe they were like looking
There-
down from above teaching
there's
me
a
that
reason.
lesson, right?
There's a reason.
You're in Brooklyn, growing up there. Where were you during 9/11? Not to shift to something sad.
I was
but I
working
feel like
for-
it was probably some like moment in your life that was like crazy.
I was working for the Brooklyn Cyclones. It was game 2 in the New York Penn League Championships.
I was gonna say that's like primetime baseball.
The Cyclones were a steamroller that year in its first year of Brooklyn's return to professional baseball, one of the most exciting businesses I've ever been involved in my life. I was getting ready for the game to take place, and my office was basically in suite level on top of the stadium. So I was getting the headshots ready for the baseball game, and then I heard the news, and I literally opened up the back door of my office, and I had a great view of the Trade Center. I'm watching the whole thing.
Shut
Watching
up.
the whole thing, yeah. It was amazing. And my boss...
What are you thinking? Like, what is it like to have been in that space? How much was fear, and how much was just like awe?
I was so into my job and so obsessed with what I was doing. I was getting ready for the game to be played that night.
No way. You weren't thinking we're being bombed by like.
I was thinking about that, but I was like...
up here, I'm like retreating to like a lake.
But I was so into what I was doing and so tunnel focused, in terms of my career, that I was going to be ready for the game just in case.
Wow.
Because
That's
you
good.
can't
Hey,
you can't
that's
absorb
why
the
you're.
magnitude of
That's
something.
why you're a
like-
general.
That's it. That's it.
that
And they
is
came
it.
down. The boss had to come to the control room and say, Vic, there's not going to be a game tonight and the season's over. And I had to hear it from him directly.
Oh.
I had to hear it from him directly. Other people told me that, and I'm like, until I hear it from RC, it's not real.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
And he had to pull me out of there.
That's crazy
But
times.
the smell was, I'll never forget the smell.
Right.
And there were burnt papers that landed like in my backyard and stuff, and we put them in a Ziploc bag. And today, if you open up that bag, it still smells like that Trade Center burning smell, which
Yeah.
we smelled for about 3 weeks.
I bet. I mean, what an experience to have gone through. I mean, it's like the tragedy.
Well, you know what? It brought people together in a way that
really
I've never
did.
seen, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen since.
Yeah, right.
And I'd love to see people get together again because people are very divided right now.
Totally. That
Very
really
divided.
did. It's just like everybody was just sort of like united.
We were Americans together.
Yeah, for sure. That's really true. So how did Lucas, your first business up here in hospitality was Lucas Confectioner?
That's correct.
Okay. What age are you, how old were you then? Were you like,
36.
okay, so you are, for the first time, in charge of a business on your own.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you did it with your wife
Yes,
at the
Heather.
time.
I was building a business as the economic development coordinator to kind of put my money where my mouth was because I was
Yep.
telling everybody else to start a business. And Heather
And-
wanted to run a cafe. That's what she wanted to do. I was building a business for my wife at the time.
Yep.
And then I got basically run out of city government and practically run out of the city of Troy.
Is that how you feel, or that's what you think actually, I mean, is that what happened?
You know, they threatened to have me arrested.
Really, for what?
Well, I was a reclamation builder. So I was building,
What's
I
reclamation mean?
build with junk.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
so I was building with junk. But the incoming administration that was looking to push me out, they really had nothing on me, but they knew about this project, and they basically put together like a misconduct, like a bullshit 5-page thing that said, I'm using my position as the economic development coordinator to get
my
favors
God.
from
Did
developers.
they ever send you like a
Yeah, it was
fruit
a big,
basket saying sorry?
yes.
Good,
yeah.
they should, because you single-handedly, like I said,
Yeah, but
brought back
you know
that
what?
city.
All they wanted was the job. They wanted the resignation. And they really didn't have the courage to just ask me straight up.
Yeah.
In Troy
I
politics,
feel like
they
you
look to
appreciate
destroy
that
your
kind
life.
of like direct communication.
I kept saying to the new mayor at the time, Lou Rosamilia, like, do you guys want me here? Like, let me know. No, I like you. Everybody likes you. And then they write up this BS violation, and then they leak it to the press, and then all of a sudden, you know, and I still can't really shake a lot of that. If someone does a deep dive on me, it looks like I committed some crimes. But, you know, the police chief, I called him up. I said, Chief, what's going on? He says, just politics. Fuck him, is what he said to me.
Yeah.
The police chief at the time. There was no investigation.
Good.
It was just BS.
Yeah.
But
You've really had a juicy history with like the press.
Yeah, it's been interesting. You know, I've
It
been on both
is.
sides of it. And
You-
I tell Steve
Well, you're
Barnes-
good at it. You play it really well. Like, I mean, I was saying to Nick before you got here that we are, and this is also a fucking upcoming card, but this always happens. You're so good at playing the game of like press and marketing and that stuff. Like, you do not back down. And I said to him, you play offense.
Yeah,
And
I just go on offense. That's it.
And I think that's smart. But I get so nervous that like if I offend somebody in the town, they're going to shut me down. It wasn't until I just had recently a lawyer representing me in a planning board, which I had never before. And in that meeting, he was like, "You can't talk to him like that. What you're saying is illegal, and you cannot shut him down for these things." Like, I don't know the rules, so I just live in this fear of being shut down. And I feel like you're like fearless in your going after the cities whenever you feel like it's not just.
Because I spent time in local government.
Oh, so you learn it.
So I understand the thing
See,
they don't
I don't
want
know
is
it.
they don't want is shame.
I just feel like they're going to shut me down, then I'm fucked.
Yeah, but I feel like I can shut them down with a press conference. And I can. And I've done it.
Right. Where did you get the money for Lucas Confectioner? Did you guys have a budget?
No,
Like,
no,
exactly.
No. I built it
Isn't
myself with
laughable?
another. I built it myself.
Did you have
with
a business plan?
No,
Of course
I never had a
not.
business plan.
Me either. I've never once put a
No.
business plan together.
Business plan is fake. It's a fake future based on
This is so
fake
true.
prediction.
Anytime a bank's like, show us your business plan, I'm like, are you kidding me?
I've
like,
done
I'll
them
meet
for
up with
that
you.
purpose.
No, of course. I mean, this was before AI. Now I just be like, hey, write me a business plan. Here you go. What are your thoughts on how starting a business can affect relationships? Like, your relationship with Heather obviously is no longer. Do you feel like had you never went into business together that you would still be together, or was it like?
No, I think the business is why we were together. I think
yeah,
we were
you guys
better.
were a great team.
We were better at business than at a relationship. I wanted to continue a friendship.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want that. She didn't want that.
Yeah.
So she kind of like.
You guys were always. Can we talk about her a little bit?
I mean, we could talk about her.
I'm certainly not that close with her, but you guys were always a very.
Nobody's close with her. She's not a warm person.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys are so different.
Mhm.
Like, I can't even believe you guys ever were friends, much less dated. It just is like the opposite of a person that I would imagine you like being with.
I think.
But she brought a lot of strengths to that, I would imagine. I mean, she's so smart.
I was an incomplete person back then. I was an incomplete businessman back then, and I leaned on her for a lot, and I felt that she filled my blanks.
Yeah,
But I'm a complete businessman now.
yeah,
I'm not the same person I was.
right.
And I appreciate everything that she brought to the company, enabling us to grow. I thought we had a good separation. We ran the company, separated for longer than we did while we were together, and that was the point of growth. I had hoped that we'd be friends, forever, and that's not what she wants.
Same way. I hate saying bye to people or relationships ending. It never feels good to me.
I hate it. I hate
It's
breakups
always
too.
sad. Yeah, they
Even if
take
I really
a lot
didn't like
out of
the
me.
person, I hate breakups.
Yeah, me too. Not because of like it feels like a failure to me, but it's just like I don't like that I had put so much time into somebody and then it's just like over. I hate that feeling. When she had decided that she was moving on from the business or however that ended,
Yeah.
was it scary to be on your own, like for the first time, kind of? Because when
I was on my own
my
for-
business partner Lynn, when we started Bombers, when she left, I was like, holy shit, now I have to do this all on my own.
I was on my own for 2 weeks, and then COVID hit. And again, wartime
What?
general. Okay, let's do it. Let's
Is that
dance.
true?
Yep. She moved.
She didn't leave because she saw something happen. Obviously, that's not enough to leave that. Just coincidentally.
She left because she asked me to buy her out, and like the deal maker I am, I refinanced all the real estate, and she walked away with like $800,000 cash.
Wow, crazy.
Good for her. She started her own thing down in Florida.
Yeah.
Great.
What did you guys do during COVID to make money? Did you guys stay open?
Everything. I was
did
open every day.
nothing.
I did everything. I was delivering
I
pizzas.
closed down.
COVID, if you recall, I had a fancy restaurant, Peck's Arcade.
Yeah.
And that couldn't function. That was illegal. So that's when we went back to Donna's, which was a failed restaurant.
Right. Yeah, but there was like pickups happening. But Peck's was too nice for like
Donna's
pickups.
was designed.
Yeah.
This menu
Yes.
was designed to travel.
Right.
This pizza here, I put it in a box at 5:15.
Yeah.
Probably about an hour ago.
Yeah.
It's delicious right now.
I bet.
And this menu was a pandemic focus. And furthermore,
Timeless.
I appreciate this menu better. And
Nice.
I will go over my new menu with you.
Sweet.
Which is called Brooklyn Style Italian.
Love it.
And in the past, I've had chefs, and I get behind these guys, and I promote these guys. I've never felt like the restaurant was actually my restaurant or my menu until just now.
That's great.
Because we had a chef, Jake Robbins, he left with Paula to go start their own restaurant.
Yep.
I support what they're doing 100%.
Yep.
I said, you know what? If I'm going to keep doing this, I'm going to make a menu of a place of celebrating all the places I love to eat and keep going back to.
Good.
And you know what? It's a particular type of Italian-American, but more so Brooklyn Italian.
Great. It's going to be a huge hit, and we always pivot, regardless what comes our way, right?
That's right.
You have to.
That's right.
How do you keep up your enthusiasm?
I'm so enthusiastic, man.
I was asking Mike.
I can't calm down.
I know. I said to Mike, can you think of some good questions to ask Vic? And his first question was, ask him how he keeps up that enthusiasm.
I wake up and it's like I'm shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've always been this way.
You have, yeah.
My grandmother was that way.
It's great.
I don't know.
It's what I like about it is that, and again, I've said this many times before, but the quality of being annoying to me is one of the worst qualities someone can have. Like someone just being like, that person's annoying or whatever.
Yeah.
You have an enthusiasm that is not annoying. It's like infectious. It is like inspiring. It's really, it feels authentic. Like I feel like in this way that you were saying that you could be like a good general leader, it's because I feel like of that quality. Like I would believe what you're saying to me.
I appreciate that. I realize also that it translates to things, enthusiasm, and it's very powerful. That type of energy.
Yeah.
It is contagious.
Well, it's also a positive energy. Like enthusiasm feels more. You guys can come over here if you want. Oh no, you can. It's fine. We are filming a podcast, but it's like you can still play with the animals.
I'm a hockey player.
Yes.
I was a roller hockey player in Brooklyn on the street growing up.
Yep.
And when I moved up here 20-something years ago, I said, all right, well, I'm going to be an ice hockey player now because in Brooklyn, there is no available ice. You don't have that option.
There's no
like
rec center?
There's 3 rinks, but they're all like high-level youth hockey.
Oh, gotcha.
So I never really ice skated as a kid. But last night, people like camaraderie and enthusiasm. And I had 2 guys last night, and I pulled them aside. I said, we're going to be a line tonight. And every shift, I just told them, guys, great shift. Great shift. And we set up a couple of plays. These are 2 guys I never skated with before, ever. But every shift out there, we were better and better and better until at the end of the game, the coordinator said, guys, get off the ice. Because we were so dominant by the end of the game. every shift better and better and better. But it was because of the enthusiasm, because enthusiasm is contagious and
It
people
is,
want that.
right. And you know what else is contagious? Negativity.
Negativity is
you
the
know,
worst.
And we've talked about this, when some negative employee all of a sudden is like either feeling like they're not happy there and they start gossiping, and like all of a sudden everyone like starts speaking in a way at work where they're all like kind of down on shit. I'm like,
yeah. Or if somebody's leaving,
I know.
you gotta let them go quick if they want to get out of there. They can't be
You gotta
there.
cut it out fast.
They can't be there.
I know, but that comes with like a lot of resentment. People hate that when you get rid of somebody quickly.
Yeah, I hate that too. You know, I don't want to get rid of anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, really? I don't.
No,
I do. It's very noticeable when I have someone on my team that is not, when I know I'm not gonna like be with them for a long time.
Yeah.
And I want to get them out. It's like I wait a little bit for them to improve, but in the back of my head, I'm like, they're gonna get fired soon. I just know it.
Yeah.
And then I almost like make it happen because it's just like any little thing they do wrong, I like get them out.
I always believe the best in people. I believe that everybody has the best of intentions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I try to, I hang on a little too long. Maybe that's my problem. And I've done it in relationships too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like I hang in there too long.
Yeah.
You end up getting more hurt the longer you hang on in bad situations.
Right. So your most recent business is Daisuki. Am I pronouncing that right?
Daisuki.
Daisuki?
Daisuki.
Is it spelled D-A-I-S-U-K-I?
It is, yeah, but it's Daisuki.
Interesting.
Which is the
That
greatest.
sounds Polish.
It's the greatest Japanese word there is.
I was gonna say, what does that word mean?
It means, the literal translation is I love it. But younger people use it in Japan as like dope.
Awesome.
Daisuki. Like
That's
you hear
so
that word
cool.
all night long in Tokyo, like Daisuki.
That is really cool.
It's a great word.
It's a sick little spot. You should be so proud of it.
It's
It has
fun.
such a vibe, such a feeling. Like the energy in there is like, it feels like you're in Tokyo. I mean, I've never been to Tokyo, but
Every
there's
night,
a feeling that's just not American.
we hear that every night.
Yeah,
Somebody
good.
comes in, they say, we just got back from Shinjuku. Wow, you really replicated it.
Really?
You nailed it. Yeah, we hear that every night.
Good. Well, you've been there. How many times have you been in Japan?
About 9 times.
Yeah.
And
When did that Japanese love of that culture start?
I never wanted to go to Japan. It was like 2016. I had a kid working in the kitchen. It was his dream to go to Japan. And I said to him, if we have a good year, I'm taking you to Japan.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so we had a good year. And, you know, me and Heather were looking at the bonuses that we were going to give employees. And we came across this one kid. We're like, yeah, well, let's give him a bump. You know, let's give him a raise. I said, you know what? Is he really going to feel like a $2,000 raise? Let me take him to Japan.
Amazing.
And so on New Year's
You're
Eve,
making me look bad.
I said, hey, come here. I got to tell you
Nick, I'll
something.
take you to Japan. If this thing blows up, we're going to Japan.
I said, I promised you if we had a good year, we're going to Japan. So get your passport. And he didn't believe me until we were on the plane. Now we get to Japan, and I said, look, we have 2.5 weeks here. You can stay wherever you want, and the company will pay your hotel. If you eat with me, we can write that off. But don't feel obligated. Do your own thing if you want. This is your
nice of
bonus.
you.
And so the only thing on our itinerary, we landed in Shinjuku City. And from there, we figured that's a good point. In a star formation, you could see all of Japan basically from there. On the train. We never left Shinjuku in 2.5 weeks. And in the 9 years I've been back, I never leave this one
You went
neighborhood.
there for 2.5 weeks?
I go there and I don't leave the neighborhood.
That's incredible.
I have an apartment that I stay at.
I've never
I
taken
got
a
my
vacation
friends.
that last 2.5 weeks in my life.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Japan
mine
is
are
one
like
of those places
3
where
days, like 3 nights, 4 days.
Japan is kind of like a long
Well, no, of
trip.
course,
You
yeah.
know, you should go there for a while.
But that's your favorite place to visit now? Like, it's so weird that all of a sudden...
It's the only place I really visit.
yeah.
Although for my birthday, I'm going to Italy with my family.
Oh, that's nice. Well,
In October.
That feels obvious. Is there another
I've never
country
been to Italy.
Oh, wow. You're going with
I
your
don't really go
family?
anywhere other than Tokyo.
I know.
It's my spot.
That's how I feel about Miami or New York City. What is the craziest... This is another Mike question. What's something that has happened in Japan that you would be like, this is only a Japanese like situation that's like, wow.
I'm in Tokyo for maybe 2.5 weeks solo. I like to travel by myself.
Yeah.
And
Have you learned to speak Japanese a little bit?
I can tell enough jokes in a bar to make people
Oh,
laugh.
okay, gotcha.
But I
Do
can't.
they speak English enough? Like
Yes,
in
they
that,
do.
In
Yes,
that town they do?
In Korea, they don't. You better speak Korean if you're gonna go there.
Okay, yeah.
Which I speak better Korean than I do Japan.
Okay.
But I'm hanging out with a bartender friend of mine. It was a night off, and she says to me, "We got to go to my roommate's bar. It's an absinthe bar in Kabukicho, and bring her dinner. Let's stop by Family Mart and get her some dinner." And so we go to Kabukicho, and it's a wild place. It's like Times Square on steroids. And there's these Nigerians, and I don't know what kind of scam they're running, but you can't talk to them. They grab you and they harass you, so you have to run away from the Nigerians.
Okay.
And so we're on this adventure with something out of a movie, and we make our way to this absinthe bar. It's like a hole in the ground.
You can, yep, it all sort of filters back this way. You can walk through that path and it'll go right over the bridge. Yep, you got it.
I go to this bar, I meet her roommate, and it's tradition for bartenders in Japan to make a dish and bring it with them on their shift and serve their regulars. And I had the best chicken soup of my life.
Is that a joke?
No, that's what they do. Yeah, if you're a bartender, you have a shift, you make a pot of chicken soup or a bowl of rice with, curry or whatever it is.
That is so cool.
And you serve to your
should do that
regulars.
here with these guys.
You serve to your
do the
regulars.
food.
Regulars only. They don't pay for it or anything. It's a common
That is
gesture in
so
Japan.
nice.
I eat the best chicken soup I've ever had in my life. And then I see a kid that I knew from one of the other bars, and I start talking to him. And then there's this other girl, kind of like a chubby Japanese person, which you never see. And her name was omurice.
I haven't heard someone use that word in many
Her name
years.
was omurice, so I start telling jokes about omurice, which is like it's a Korean omelet. It's this whole.
Okay.
The jokes were not really very funny, but the funny part was that nobody spoke any English in the bar, except for me. But I'm holding court. And for the first time in over 2 weeks, 2 American girls from New York walk into this bar randomly. And I'm ignoring them because I'm finishing my monologue. And they're like, who the fuck are you?
Oh my God.
And
They must
it was
be
their
like,
first night in Tokyo, and I took them on the greatest adventure of their lives.
That's awesome.
And it was a moment that I said to myself, this is the highest and best version of myself tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do
You want to remember
where are these
yourself
girls?
away.
Do you like ever keep in touch?
No, it was just a night.
That's so.
It was
sounds so
incredible.
fun. Is it competitive in Troy with other restaurants, or is it like
No.
one big happy family?
It's camaraderie.
See, we don't have that here
Where?
in Albany. It feels more
Do
competitive.
you think you're in Albany?
No. Well, when I had it in Albany.
Yeah,
When I had
because you're out of
restaurants
this
there.
thing.
No, I know, but like when I remember back, it felt competitive.
I
Like
don't
who had the
feel
most beer
competitive.
sales? I mean, Lark Street was different. Like after that, it felt like more competitive.
I feel camaraderie. And my goal is to grow the city. I don't have this goal to, like, selfish.
Yeah.
I'm not a materialistic person. I don't really need much
Yeah.
to be happy.
Right.
But I'm a big picture thinker. I'm a long-term thinker, and my goal is to grow the city of Troy. Like, and I make that clear to everybody. We've had 20 plus employees now leave Clark House Hospitality to start their own business.
That
and
is.
It's a path to entrepreneurship.
I was
and
going
I
to say
tell
that
the
is
employees-
that is a testament to what they're learning.
They
under
get
your
in there if they want to be there and they want my help. They know they got it. And a lot of times people will say, I'm thinking about doing this thing, and I push them as hard as I can
That's
to go
great.
do it. And I'm in their corner every step of the way.
That's awesome.
And I could go through the list with you right now. We'd be here all night.
Yeah, that's really great. You've had really great people work for you. You choose good people, which I feel like I do also. We're good at that. I mean, everyone's like, is it hard finding good help? I'm like, not really if you know like how to find good help.
Well,
it's like but the problem is if you hire a bunch of idiots, they're not going to be good workers. Like I vet them through other people, or like I really try my best to hire the best people that I can and not get stressed out by needing workers and just filling schedule slots by bad people.
we pay $15.50 an hour starting plus tips for everybody in the company, and everybody shares responsibilities. So
Okay.
it ends up being like $23, $24 an hour.
That's good. I don't know what you pay everybody. Everyone feels different here.
That's our starting though.
Oh,
So
that's great.
People are compensated well at our company.
Nice. What advice would you give to a kid who wants to open up their own bar or restaurant?
Do it right now.
Oh, wow.
Don't wait.
I thought you were going to say don't do it.
No, do it right away.
Yeah,
Do it
great.
right away.
Exactly.
Because there's never a good time to do anything, as you know.
Yep.
You can't wait. Waiting is for losers.
Yeah,
So just take action.
love it. What do you think about the company Cintas?
The company Cintas,
Take a breath. Before we both go crazy, can we even get sued if we talk about them?
oh no, listen.
We can't, right?
I would
'Cause
love-
it's like,
I
I will tear
hold
them
on.
fucking
I'm-
apart right now.
I'm already getting sued by Cintas.
I pulled into, I got in a lawsuit with them.
Yeah,
I go
me
fill
too.
an ATM machine in Schenectady Beer Garden, the company I just sold to Sam. I pull in to go fill the ATMs, and who pulls in? A Cintas truck. So I say to the bartender, I'm like, why is there a Cintas truck? And they're like, they're doing our whatever. I'm like, ah.
Right.
Cut to, the guy drops off an invoice, and the bartender's like, we didn't order this stuff. I'm
right.
like,
right. They lock you into a contract in perpetuity, and you can't get out of it.
predatory,
And
right?
They are a predatory company.
Yes.
And they must be stopped. And Steve
It's
Barnes.
the worst company I've ever worked with in the history of having a business.
Yeah, they shouldn't be in business. I know good people that
But
have
how
worked
do
for that
they, it
company
feels
and left.
illegal.
It should be. But that needs to be determined in a court of
But
law.
what do you think is wrong with Cintas? Just like what was your experience with them?
They were a predatory company. They were charging me $90 a case for paper towels.
Right.
Okay, a case of paper towels.
But did you guys have like a
$37.
minimum that had to be met? So even if you placed an order,
No, we had no minimums.
oh,
But if you're not looking, they will charge you triple and quadruple.
they just like delivered stuff we never ordered to
They do
make
that
a
too.
minimum. I
They
was
do.
like,
Terrible company. Well,
I mean,
don't-
did we just work with bad salespeople and it's like a good
No,
company?
no,
Or
no.
It's
They-
right. I mean, I feel badly
they
bad mouthing
breed-
a company, but
Matt, they breed these salespeople like a pyramid scheme.
yeah,
It's like Amway. They brainwash these people,
yeah,
and they must be stopped.
I know it's terrible.
And I think if we can get 4 other business owners that have had this issue, please contact me, and we'll
Yeah.
file a class action lawsuit.
Right. I would imagine. I mean, I'm hoping that people like watch this or whatever, read it, and it's like, oh my
Tag
God, we had
Cin-
the same.
Tag sent
You
us
would-
in this.
Well, I mean,
and do this as an excerpt.
the only person that I know who has worked with Cintas that I've spoken to about it is you. And then the next experience with Cintas was when I filled out the ATM machine and it was happening in real time when I was there.
Yeah,
So like, they're still doing it.
yeah. Bad company.
Yeah, terrible. Do wine stores make good money?
Sometimes.
Because you own Troy Wine.
Yeah, Troy Wine
right?
Company.
Yep.
Yeah, through the years, it's
But I
been
mean, is it
good.
like having now doing this for the first time? Does it feel like? Is it like the restaurant? Is it more reliable than the restaurant business?
I
like,
think
what's
so.
the difference? Yeah, it feels like
I
it would
think
be.
so. It's because as you and I have talked on occasion, the problem with the restaurant business is that there are too many variables. You know, I mean, we're sitting here,
Oh,
the
my God, of
espresso
course.
machine goes down.
Yeah, exactly.
They ran out of mozzarella. I had to run to
Right.
Restaurant Depot. There's an infinite amount of variables in a restaurant business. Is that experience lasts about maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes instead of 2 hours,
Right.
where a lot can go wrong.
Yeah, it's like never ending. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Me too.
Android people are just weird.
It's just like also get the group chats. Sometimes when there's like somebody who has an Android or maybe it's not even that they can't be in the group chats.
Android people are distrustful people. They're
Ooh.
conspiracy theory people. They think everybody's watching or cares what they have to say. I really have no shame. I really don't care.
That is my
if
buddy.
you would have,
That is my
like,
buddy Scotty. He would. That's exactly what he thinks.
if you would have looked through my phone, I'd be like, oh well.
Oh my God. How do you feel like employee behavior has changed from when you first started like in hospitality to now?
I
Is
think
it more
peop-
the same or just like it's actually getting better or worse?
I think people are less picky about the product. People are very obsessive about wine and coffee, and would talk a lot about that.
Guests?
Staff.
Oh, staff. Okay.
Guests as well.
Yep.
Guests as well. I think what excites people right now is value. My new menu right now demonstrates incredible value.
Oh, nice.
And I think what gets people out of the house is a perceived value.
Yeah.
Not to
And
say
experience.
Yeah.
And you give both. I mean, you can give value in a shithole place and they still
that's
like
not
it.
what I'm talking about. That's
Yeah.
not value. Value feeling like you're getting
Oh,
you're getting
right.
quality
The whole
at a
picture.
good price.
Yep.
Good quality with a good value. Not cheap.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Yeah.
But value. It's different. I think the hottest bar in New York City right now, it's called Time Again. And it's in just outside of Chinatown. The
Okay.
place is slammed.
What is it?
It's a cocktail wine bar, but the place is like 2 people working. One guy working a register. You go up to him.
2 people.
You order your
A
drink.
place slam with 2 people working is like my
Yes, it's a
dream.
go there. It's a great business model. But the thing is, the stuff isn't necessarily cheap, but it's value.
Yeah.
You get a quality drink, quality glass of wine. They have wine for like $10, and natural wine's like $13.
Yeah.
You feel like it's a good experience, and it's not expensive. That's the wheelhouse right now that we got to be in.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with your staff fucking each other?
I don't care what they do. My staff
Are
is
you joking?
my staff is
It
mostly.
creates so many problems for me.
The thing is, I'm getting judged a lot for my relationship choices, far beyond what anybody else is getting judged for. I've never seen anybody get judged for their relationship choices like mine.
You're posting things that are like intentionally like
I'm posting myself like everybody else posts
no,
themselves.
you're not. You're specifically noting something in a way that's going to like get comments and stuff, and that's everybody's loving, by the way.
I appreciate that. Not
Yeah.
everybody. I wake up to about 10 hateful comments every morning.
Even they love it. That's why they're commenting. If
I'm the most open person.
totally.
I support anything. I don't care what anybody does. I just want people to be happy.
Yeah.
We have so many trans people on staff. I love them all.
Yeah.
I support anything they want to do
Yeah.
in life and relationships and throughout their day.
Yeah,
And they
of
know they
course.
have my support.
That's no
and
surprise.
I'm proud of that.
Well, we have an issue. Everyone's like sleeps together. It feels like every restaurant I've ever had, they're always fucking each other. And it's always a problem. because then they fight and then they like don't want to talk to each other and they're bartending together and it's like it just creates this like bad energy.
Well, you know, my wife and I met in the workplace, so we always wanted to create an environment where it was understood that
we're
that
being,
was
like,
accepted.
Gotcha. How often do you stress about money?
Every day.
Me too. What bank do you use?
Pioneer and KeyBank.
Do you like? What are your thoughts on them?
I'm mad at KeyBank, and I'm not.
Tess was my first guest, and she was like, "Fuck KeyBank." When she had a fire, they weren't very supportive of her, so she's very specifically upset about her. I also didn't have the greatest experience with them, but
They towed my car 2 months ago. I had been parking in their lot, but we're like a number 3 customer there in Troy.
right.
And they call me for every stupid reason.
Did they need the spot for some reason?
They
like
call
late
me
at night?
They call me for every, come over here, sign this, you know, blah blah blah. We need you tow my car without a phone call. I said I'm never setting foot in here again, and I have not made a deposit there since. Now whether my deposit.
Well, wait a second. In their defense, are you sure they knew it was your car?
Yes.
That seems crazy
Yeah.
that they would do that.
Yeah.
That's actually a
Yeah.
middle finger
Yeah.
to you.
KeyBank. I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm looking to move the business.
Yeah. Well,
If
if you find a
anybody's
bank,
watching.
I mean, I use NBT and it's like, I'm not thrilled with them. They stopped saying yes to me for like loans and stuff, which is like, of course they're allowed to do that, but why?
Right.
What have I done wrong to you?
Right.
I pay every single time, every bill on
Right.
time.
Yet
like-
some schmuck off the street who didn't do anything, they'll give a first-time loan
Yeah,
to.
right. It's hurtful. I take it personally
I take everything personally.
because it's like, I trusted you with my money and my business and
Right.
like that you were going to be there for me when I need to grow. And now you're not. And now I have to find a new bank and start a new relationship. And it's like exhausting. I hate that shit. Do you have a good bookkeeper?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's an important position.
Yeah, pretty good. I have a good strategy-minded bookkeeper.
Yeah,
Of course, cash flow is always the issue.
I know.
And
But that's because we spend our money building.
yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I'm
That's
building
like-
every day.
Exactly.
I have construction and building happening in some capacity or repair
right.
pretty much every day of the week.
Exactly. And it's like sometimes you don't have loans or something in place. You have to take from the
I do
operating account.
I do as much building as I can myself. I don't know how much you're
I got
doing these days yourself, but I put up 4 pairs of blinds in an apartment that I just finished recently in the Clark House building, and I just put them up there real quick for the tenant, and it was the icing on the cake, the finishing touch, and the place looked great, and I'm glad I did that myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
because
how
it's
to do the blinds in the
it's
farmhouse.
it's fun to see the results, and it's nice to contribute personally to projects.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like sitting back and being like, let me know when the project's done. I'll come in and look at it. Like I stop in every 2 seconds. It's the most exciting thing that goes on in my life, a project.
To build and create
I
is
get depressed when
incredible.
there isn't one going on.
No, you know, I fell into a depression when my dog died in December,
Yeah, of course.
and you're a real class
Was that a
act.
depression though? I mean, that's just natural sadness.
Well, I'm an optimistic person, so I don't know what depression
Oh,
is.
right.
So I'm never really upset for
Right.
too long.
Yeah.
But you're a class act, Matt. I got to tell you, you really brightened my day. Matt sent me 4 rocks glasses with a nice painting of my dog's face,
Yeah.
and I look
Well,
at
that
those
dog,
every day.
I mean, a lot of people lose their pets, but I felt particularly sad for you because you guys were like a duo.
We've been through everything together,
Yeah.
and losing him was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to go through in life. We talk
Yeah.
about difficulties in business. When Groucho got sick and died, I didn't get out of bed for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was in Brooklyn with my family in the basement apartment that I have down there that I maintain. And I couldn't get out of bed. And I said to myself one day, I got to get out of here and do something. Because I literally did not leave. I went upstairs to eat and I was just in bed all day depressed.
Yeah.
I said, if I don't get out of this house and do something, I'm going to fall into a permanent depression.
Yeah.
So I put on the suit, and it was a list of tiny Japanese bars that have just opened in Manhattan. And I went to one. I was just looking for inspiration, and I met the owner of this place that opened called Hard to Explain. Chin, great guy, and he kind of helped me snap me out of my funk and helped me focus on the Daisuke project.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's when I booked the trip to Japan and got the inspiration to push through and finish that project. And that's what got me out of my funk.
Nice. It's an interesting story with the dog because you were like reluctantly brought together.
The dog wouldn't look at me for about 7 years, you know, and then we came together at the end.
But to Groucho, let's do a little toast to that fucking beautiful little dog.
My
I mean, you
buddy.
guys are a real brand.
I didn't
feel
realize
like that?
I didn't feel like that at the time until he was gone, and then I felt out of balance, physically
Yeah.
off balance.
Yeah, it was like you guys were good together. So you seem like, actually, speaking of some of the videos, you seem like you're making a switch to do more like social media stuff that I feel like should translate to a big personality TV show or something. I mean, I guess my question is, which is kind of tied to this, do you feel like there's something bigger coming for you, like in a big way?
Well, something big happened that I did not anticipate would happen. We went viral.
Well, so is that giving you like a little taste of like what your potential is in terms of like social media
I don't
reach?
know, but I don't know anyone that went viral quite in the way that me and Caroline went viral.
Right.
On Valentine's Day, I made what I thought was a cute little post wishing everybody a happy Valentine's Day. And it got 3 million views.
It's crazy.
And it changed our lives. And we
In
have,
what way?
well, in ways I could never imagine. People from all over the world are commenting now on our relationship on a daily basis. And
Rooting for it? Well, I would imagine, yeah, combination.
Yeah, half and half maybe.
Okay.
But it's been interesting to meet people from all over the world. I never thought that was possible. And we're being featured in a magazine in the UK. Yeah, they did a couple of long form interviews with us. They're sending a
wild.
photographer out to
I didn't
meet
realize
with
it
us
was, like,
next
at that
week.
extent. That's so cool.
And a reality TV show is in the works based on age gap relationships. And so, you know, this is all part of, I think, the content that we're shooting will end up ultimately being part of that show if it's picked up.
Wow, amazing. So, I mean, you're really good at it. I feel like your videos are great. I mean, you just have such a personality that feels like you were like dropped in from some bigger place into this like town. So I would imagine that like you're ready for some next opportunity that's a little more ego, like front facing personal stuff.
We'll see. I just enjoy it. And
you're great. You're really good at it.
I appreciate that. For me and my girlfriend, it's our art form. And as
Does
I
she
told
like
you,
it?
yeah, she has a love-hate relationship. But you know, we both like video editing together. And as I told you, I was a former filmmaker and video editor. And so I developed those skills a long time ago. And Caroline's a natural at it. So that's our hobby together, creating this art form.
It's cute. When was the last time you decided, actually, when was the first time you decided to wear a suit every day?
In baseball, I wore a suit every game.
Gotcha.
And so I was known.
That wasn't required.
No, I was the only one doing it. And that's how I created a character.
Nice.
And a memorable character in the baseball industry.
Do you still like dressing up every day?
Yeah, I always start the day.
It's such a like, it feels like if you were not to, we'd be like, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I start the day and I say to myself, maybe I'll dress down a little bit today. Or maybe I'll do a little casual t-shirt, you know, maybe jeans, t-shirt and sports jacket thing. But I always end up putting the suit on.
Yeah.
You know, and it always works out for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think people treat me differently because of the way I dress. And, you know, and when I'm serving the public, I think they know I'm serious about hospitality.
Yeah.
And also when I'm regulating the street people, they show me respect when I'm wearing a suit.
Smart.
And all the street people and I have a great relationship in Troy.
Yeah.
They don't
Oh
bother
my God,
the
I've been
customers
outside
while
with
they're
you,
eating.
like we're just like having a drink, I'm having a smoke, and everybody's coming up being like, Vic.
But even the street people, the homeless people.
Everybody,
and,
I mean, yeah.
You know, I have first name basis with everybody out there. And I think the suit is part of it because if anybody acts up, at least I can look somewhat like an authoritative type of figure the way I'm dressed.
Yeah. Name a professional regret. I don't really have many, even the ones that failed miserably. I wouldn't consider it a regret.
We had a dive bar called the Bradley. I bought that bar because of something you said to me in the street.
Yeah.
You said, why don't you just open up a normal bar?
Right.
And this opportunity came to me, and it was a black bar. And I bought the black bar. And then it became the most diverse crowd imaginable.
I love that place.
It was my crowd. It was the existing crowd. I didn't raise the prices.
So fun.
And Shannon, who ran that bar for 14 years at the time, and I became an incredible team together. And we brought all of Troy together. Black Troy, white Troy.
Yeah.
Everyone became friends. And it was the greatest social experiment of my life. And my regret is not enjoying those moments as much as I did in my time with Shannon. It was 7 years we worked together.
She's a queen.
She passed away recently.
Yeah.
And I miss her every day. And I would give anything to just have some more time with Shannon in that bar and the beautiful thing that we built. And once Shannon got sick and was gone, I had to sell the building. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. She's a real queen.
She loved you.
Is she from here?
Born and raised in Troy, one of the few people in my company that were.
Nice.
And she loved you. You made her so happy when she would come in.
Really?
She would light up when you would come in there.
God, that doesn't...
Loved you.
That's nice to hear.
And she was a picky person.
Good. That makes me happy to
She
hear.
either loved you or she'd kick you right out.
Right. Well, it's a Shannon. How do you? This feels like it's more about the go on the offense thing.
Yeah.
The Reddit comments.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I can't even go on those things. Like I can't even go on
I'm
that
on
site.
there. I'm on there. There's a subreddit called R Troy, and it positions itself like a community bulletin board. But these are
Oh,
this
our Troy. Yeah.
r/Troy,
Yeah.
Reddit/Troy.
Oh, okay.
And it positions itself like a community board. People post events, and to the innocent bystander, it seems like a positive thing for the community. It's got a diabolical agenda. It's a radical leftist agenda.
Who runs it?
It's like people associated with the Troy Democratic Socialists of America.
Okay.
And I think a lot of these people have labeled me as the face of capitalism. I am apolitical. I'm a centrist. I would be a Democrat or Republican based on who the person is who I would support.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter to me.
Right.
But these lefty people, they like to silence. And what they've done on R Troy is eliminate any reference of me whatsoever. I'm not allowed to post on there. Sometimes negative posts can remain up there, but once people start defending me, they take it down. So they've written me out of Troy totally. They've erased me completely from Troy. These are nasty people.
I know it
They're
scares
nasty
me
people.
so much.
I sent you my bio that comes up.
I
when
know.
You put my name
I actually didn't even.
Troy.
I couldn't even continue reading it because
Yeah.
I was so upset. Not that it was so bad. It's just like I think so highly of you and know your personality and know you as a human being that it's like I don't want to hear anything negative like that about you. That's so clearly just wrong.
These people that write these things, they all have one thing in common. I've never met them. Now they live in my city, presumably.
Yeah.
I'm 5 minutes from them. They can sit down and have a conversation with
totally.
me. But instead, they would rather villainize me.
Yeah. Anonymously.
Yeah, because everything needs to be this victim-perpetrator relationship in certain people's eyes.
Right.
And so they like to demonize me. And I know who a lot of them, I wanted to come on here and dox them personally, and I'll do that when I have more time on another format.
Yep.
But two of these people are supposed psychiatrists locally. I found out who they are.
That's not good.
I've called their offices, and they've never called me back. I said, I know who you are, and I know what you're saying. There's another top executive at UAlbany who said horrible things about me. So I have PR people that can dox these people. I know who some of these people are, and they're going to get theirs.
Yeah.
They're very nasty people doing the wrong thing.
But it doesn't hurt your feelings?
Of course I have feelings.
No, but like, it seems like you get more excited about it than the hurt. Like I get way more hurt. You're like,
I'm ready for a
I'm
fight.
fired up. Like
Yeah,
you're ready for war.
I'm ready for a fight. I wake up and I'm
Yeah.
ready to fight. Whatever the fight is, I'm ready. I'm ready at all times. Bring it on. That's my attitude.
That's what. Yeah, you're good. It's impressive. You're a warrior. Is it lonely at the top?
It was, but now I like it. It was lonely
why do you
at the
say
top.
that?
It was lonely at the top when I had a business partner and I thought about being at the top, being alone. That's when it was lonely at the top. But when you get to the top, it really isn't lonely. I like it, but then you find that at the top, you're at the top. Corey's
Whatever
at
the top is.
Whatever
it's
the top
like,
is.
Yeah.
But there are people in that community as well. And I think when you're at the top and you're lonely, you find comfort in talking to people like yourself and
That's
Corey.
the whole point of this. Exactly. Like, you guys are my people who I talk to. Like, it's other.
I'm lonely in general because I am 100% extroverted. I'm not like you.
Yeah.
I've taken the MBTI test, and every time I've taken it, I've been 100% extrovert. So I'm very rarely alone. My girlfriend lives with me.
Yeah.
I go downstairs. There's plenty of people to hang out with. I don't like being alone. So I'm rarely alone. Even in Japan, I'm not alone. I have a whole friend group out there. So.
That's awesome. Do you go to therapy?
No, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because this person's getting paid to listen to me. So I can't trust that. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
Smart. Yeah.
I mean, it's like going to a prostitute. Like, do you love me?
Yeah.
No.
Wow. That's really well said. Do you think you'll have kids?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I've never met a girl that I wanted to until Caroline.
Oh, nice.
And the way she nurtured Groucho showed me that
she's
she'd be a
very
great
sweet.
she'd be a great mother.
Yeah, I could see
She
that.
showed me that. The way she took care of Groucho at the end, I know she'd be a great mother.
That's really
It's the
nice.
first time I ever felt that way about anybody.
That's really great. Do you consider yourself to be a celebrity?
No. No, I think if anything, I'm infamous.
Do you know what that word means?
Yeah.
It's not a good word.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that I kind of like it. You know what I mean?
I think you're. I don't think of you like that. I mean,
I think of myself like that.
you're polarizing only
Yeah.
because you're so out there vocally about everything. It's just like you're out front and center standing up for whatever you believe in.
Yeah, I'd rather be that than some celebrity
Yeah.
with some canned responses. You know
Right.
what I mean?
No, you're authentic.
I don't want to sound bite. I'm not going to send out a press release with like stuff that's like redundant comments. Like I want to just hit hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if there was like a restaurant that you would walk into that you know if you go there, not one of yours, of course, that you walk in there and it's like Carolyn's like, I don't want to go there. When we go there, everyone comes up and talks to you. What is that restaurant?
You're saying in Troy? Where do I go?
Anywhere. Like, is there a place that like, do you get recognized in restaurants or grocery stores or stuff? Like,
Yeah, I get recognized
of
around
course.
here.
So I
Like,
imagine like in,
like Caroline got a job with the state, so I meet her for lunch, and invariably I'll see about 3 people that know me from the restaurant. So
yeah.
it's small beneath, they say.
Yeah, but still, it's like you're notable. I mean, you have to know this, obviously.
No, I appreciate that. I think part of it is the shtick with the suit, and
Yeah, but it's also I mean, I'm just saying, like, around here, when your name comes up, people know you for sure. I mean, I said at the bar, who's your interview today? I'm like, Vic Christopher. Oh my God.
Oh,
he's the guy.
really?
Of
Okay, that's cool.
course.
That's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
everyone like,
I
you're
appreciate that.
Yeah, you're a full-blown brand.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Are you addicted to anything?
I was addicted to coffee. I was drinking 20 cups of coffee a day,
Whoa.
and then I developed like agita,
Oh yeah,
and
of course.
I had to dial it down. Now I'm down to like a handful of cups a day.
Okay.
So I was definitely addicted to
Do
caffeine.
you make it yourself or do you buy it like,
I go to Little Peck's.
oh, okay.
I'll tell you what, I've never done drugs in my life, and I grew up in a time in
You
Brooklyn.
ever smoke pot?
A little bit, but I don't like what it does to me. I think you and I
Hate it.
smoked pot on my roof of my apartment one time.
I probably hated it. I've almost never enjoyed smoking pot.
I went to the Doobie Brothers concert last week. And it's the first time in a long time I took one hit, and it ruined my night.
I know,
and I'll never
right.
do it ever again.
Exactly.
But I grew up in Brooklyn in the 90s, and I was...
You've never done cocaine?
No. I've never seen it.
Do you want to do it though?
No.
Oh my God, I'm dying to.
I don't want anything to do with drugs. I stay away from people that do drugs because it was beaten into my head as a kid.
If I stayed away from people who did drugs, I would have
Matt,
no friends.
It was beaten into my head as a kid by my grandmother. She made me promise every day to never do drugs. And to do drugs in Brooklyn in the 90s, they were in high school,
Of course.
they were the crackheads.
No, that's such
you
a
stay
good
away
thing.
from those people.
No, it's so smart.
I don't really associate with people that do drugs.
Yeah.
I don't like...
You have the king chords in your life who are like sober and crushing life.
No, he's completely sober.
Yeah.
I drink wine every
No,
day.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I do.
When was the last time you cried?
When Groucho died.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I cried a lot.
Yeah, well, that's natural. I feel like
cried
you're
a
really
lot.
putting a lot of like weakness on that for some reason, like depression or whatever, like crying. I mean, it's
Because I've never had to take care of anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've never had a dog before.
yeah,
I've never
that's
had
like
a living thing dependent on me. It's a lot of responsibility.
it is. What are you most proud of, like in your life, not professionally, but just like as a person?
I'm, you're always proud of what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm just proud of my progression as a hockey player.
Sweet.
I work really hard at it.
Yeah.
I'm not...
Where do you skate?
all over Clifton Park,
Yeah.
Troy. But I'm more proud of that. My team won a championship last year, 2 championships actually, won a tournament, and we won a full season
I
championship.
miss team sports.
And to win a championship at age 49 with a bunch of guys and it was a great season.
What's the team called?
Forsurance. We're sponsored by our goalie's insurance company. But it's the first championship that I won in 30 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, since Little League
That
Baseball
sounds
when I was
so
a kid.
fun.
It was a great thrill.
Yeah,
so I'm
good
more
for
proud
you.
of that than anything.
That's awesome. Good for you. Do you have or did you ever have a hero?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think my boss in baseball, R.C. Reutemann, was a hero to me.
That's awesome. Why?
My father continues to be a hero to me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Harry Tatunjan, I'd have to say he's a hero to me too.
You
yeah.
always say really nice things
I
about
think
him.
those 3 guys are the guys that I really admired and really helped me become the man I am.
Yeah, sweet.
And I think people have like 3 people that they can usually point to
yeah.
as
Do you feel like
stand-up
people are proud of you? Like those people that you just mentioned, like do you feel like they're proud of you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
They
I
should
do.
be.
I
And you
do.
should feel that way.
I do. I appreciate that.
Yeah, nice. What's the end goal? Like, are you like, do you think that far ahead? I get so stressed thinking about the future. Like I'm a real like 1 year at a time and like, let's crush this 1 year. Like unless someone shows up.
I think like I've always said to you, I want to get to your level, and I'm right behind you. And so
I know, I
that's
don't
my
know what you
goal. I
think that
want to get
level
to your
is.
level.
Yeah.
I want to do what you've done here in June Farms in downtown Troy,
Yeah.
New York. I want to be a destination for people coming from all over the place and to host events and weddings, which we're doing. We had 10 weddings this year. I know you had 20 here this year. Those are good numbers.
Well, we have little ones. We have like ones that are like 30, 40.
Us too. We specialize in that.
Aren't they the best?
They're wonderful.
They're so sweet. And that's a nice sort of change in wedding culture that there's like so many more small weddings. Thanks for doing this. I'm
Of
gonna give
course.
you a hug.
Oh, you want some pizza?
I would love some pizza. Yes. What are we eating here?
All right. This is going to cause mayhem, right?
On the next episode of Farm Therapy.
Yeah, you know,
But
the
also
funny
with a
thing is
lot
the
of
people
perks.
who date me, they don't seem to forget me. They always somehow interject
Of course, because they're on
themselves.
private jets.
Yeah, that too. They, you know, I think I'm a hard guy to forget.